Good evening and welcome to another weekend of Undaunted Weekly Recap. I am Star Smart. Let's begin. Throughout the week, we brought you stories of concerns on the home front and a few from the foreign scene. We brought you happenings ranging from the reiteration of President Sacco on the interim government stand on the subject of referendum to Moja Moja running out of resources to the release of the Fawn of Bambalong, amongst a host of others. But just in case you missed out on any, we have the recap coming right up. First, let's get the fresh report.
Our vision in this interim government is to make ABC a leader and a real war horse of our struggle. We want to grow it, expand it, hire and train more hands, and broadcast round the clock, around the world, and take command of the media space of this world.
You can enjoy all round the clock, 24/7 exclusive moments of bliss as an ABC Amba TV Club member. A cappella. Latest Nigerian/African movies, global politics, ABC news and updates, historical documentaries, and lots more. In our daily programs, we have Undaunted, ABC Amba News, bringing into the news untold stories with Onyi Okpala and Star Smart. Exclusive discussion, revolutionary panel conversation, infotainment, edutainment, intro governmental debates on topical issues with Tar Paddy King, State of the Liberation Movement, Fronting IG and People of Ambazonia's position, the Struggles Weekly Update with Secretary Martin Mungwa, PhD, FASCE, Health is Wealth, Health Education and Awareness within the Ambazonian community with Dr. Yaya, Liberation Prayer, an intercessory ministry for Ambazonia with Pastor Victor Amba, Our Freedom, Spiritual Awareness and Education for the Ambazonian community with Pastor Victor Amba and Pastor Commando, Church and Politics, neutralizing the myths and preconceived religious and political philosophies that limit the Christian involvement in the realms of decent politics, Pastor Commando, The Horizon, the voice of the Ambazonian woman with Dr. Patience Abiedo and Lady Casey, Our Amber History, bringing to limelight the hidden history of Ambazonia to the world with Pastor Commando, Appointment on Community Building, Education on Patriotism within the Amber communities with Ma Rachel Itatima, Ethics for an Emerging Nation, watchdog of basic principles and morals of a nation at war with Dorothy Ngwa. Upcoming programs: Pigeon News, Vernacular Talk Show, County Roots, Activists Corner, Amba Focus. Only on ABC Amba Television. We the people, the voice of the voiceless. For 24/7 access, subscribe as a club member on www.abcambertv.com/subscribe.
Time and actions are really doing good in the struggle for the independence of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Doing good in the sense that they enable to the easy distinction of who has an ulterior motive and is not a die-hard force for the liberation of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia from the colonization chains of La République du Cameroon. The Unity Warriors have been in the spotlight as an arm of a force for the La République du Cameroon. Time has proven the contrary. The focus of this article is on the recently released, or better say, staged release of the one-time kidnapped Fawn of Bambalang, His Royal Highness Yakum Kevin Twivi Shumetang II, by the Marine Forces of Bambalang.
While the Marine Forces of Bambalang are an integral part of the Unity Warriors of Bui, and putting in place of the Unity Warriors is the conceived idea of Joe Ayaba, Capo Daniels, the Maritas, and Chris Anu, not to fight La République du Cameroon, but to destabilize the genuine Ambazonian fighters, the Ambazonian Restoration Forces. After keeping the Fawn of Bambalang for about a year and 6 months and generating a lot of hatred for the genuine fighters, the Ambazonian Restoration Forces have, as planned and organized with La République du Cameroon government via the military, and after filling their pockets with mouth-watering sums, have released the Fawn.
But let's take a reason on this matter. One, what was the initial reason for kidnapping the Fawn, and has that reason been met? Second, is it the La République du Cameroon military overpowered the Marine Forces to get the Fawn out of their keeping? The Fawn of Bambalang, His Royal Highness Yakum Kevin Shumetang II, who doubles as the president of the Colonial Northwest House of Chiefs, was released on Thursday, June 1st, 2023. According to our sources, he was released thanks to the collaboration of a former general of the Marine Forces of Bambalang, Mbashir Ferdinand alias Shina Rambo, who informed the military on where the Fawn was kept.
Since Fawn Yakum Kevin was adopted, the Colonial Northwest House of Chiefs exerted very little pressure on the local government of La République du Cameroon to secure his release. The silence of the authorities and Fawn Union was questioned by some villagers who were worried about their Fawn. Yes, of course, they abandoned him. For close to, let's say, 18 months, he has been in captivity. The La République du Cameroon government and Fawn's Union did nothing to secure his release. Well, that's what a villager said. The president of the Colonial Northwest House of Chiefs was on the 7th of December 2021 kidnapped by armed Bambalang Marine Forces.
Well, this kidnap happened during a planned 84th edition of the cultural festival of the Mbao Yakum people dubbed Shatang, which is an annual event that has not been held for close to 4 years due to the Anglophone crisis at the time. The Fawn, yesterday, that is on Friday, June the 2nd, was welcomed at the Colonial Northwest Regional Assembly. In his address to the press, the Fawn thanked God for keeping him all this while and that his long stay in captivity should serve as the sacrifice for peace to return to Ambazonia. Meanwhile, while this whole display happens in the open, we got a hold of a conversation exchange.
Payment method: www.abcambertv.com/donate. ABC Amba TV payment channels: Cash App 202-650-2216, Zelle 240-486-8768, Ambazonia Broadcasting Corporation. PayPal donations at abcambertv.com. For more details, call +124 028 43 111. You can email us at info@abcambertv.com.
Our vision in this interim government is to make ABC a leader and the real warhorse of our struggle. We want to grow it, expand it, hire and train more hands, and broadcast round the clock, around the world, and take command of the media space of this world.
You can enjoy all round the clock, 24/7 exclusive moments of bliss as an ABC Amba TV Club member. A cappella. Latest Nigerian stroke African movies, global politics, ABC Amba news and updates, historical documentaries, and lots more. In our daily programs, we have Undaunted, ABC Amba News, bringing into the news untold stories with Onyi Okpala and Star Smart. Exclusive discussion, revolutionary panel conversation, infotainment, edutainment, intro governmental debates on topical issues with Tar Paddy King, State of the Liberation Movement, Fronting IG and People of Ambazonia's Position, The Struggles Weekly Update with Secretary Martin Mungwa, PhD, FASCE. Health is Wealth, Health Education and Awareness within the Ambazonian Community with Dr. Yaya. Liberation Prayer, an intercessory ministry for Ambazonia with Pastor Victor Amba. Our Freedom, spiritual awareness and education for the Ambazonian community with Pastor Victor and Pastor Commando. Church and Politics, neutralizing the myths and preconceived religious and political philosophies that limit the Christian involvement in the realms of decent politics with Pastor Commando. The Horizon, the voice of the Ambazonian woman with Dr. Patience Abiedo and Lady Casey. Our Amber History, bringing to limelight the hidden history of Ambazonia to the world with Pastor Commando. Appointment on community building, education on patriotism within the Ambazonian communities with Ma Rachel Itatima. Ethics for an Imagination of basic principles and morals of a nation at war with Ma Dorothy Ngwa. Upcoming programs: Pigeon News, Vernacular Talk Show, County Roots, Activists Corner, Amba Focus, only on ABC Amba Television. We the people, the voice of the voiceless. For 24/7 access, subscribe as a club member on
Our vision in this interim government is to make ABC a leader and the real warhorse of our struggle. We want
payment method: www.abcambertv.com/donate. ABC Amba TV payment channels: Cash App 202-650-2216, Zelle 240-486-8768, Ambazonia Broadcasting Corporation. PayPal donations at abcambertv.com. For more details, call +124 028 43 111. You can email us at info@abcambertv.com. Payment method: www.abcambertv.com/donate. ABC Amba TV payment channels: Cash App 202-650-2216, Zelle 240-486-8768, Ambazonia Broadcasting Corporation. PayPal donations at abcambertv.com. For more details, call plus 124 028 43 You can email us at info@abcambertv.com.
Luna. Tabafon. Luna.
Oh, excuse me. Well, go ahead.
Have them celebrating the Fawn as he returned. Meanwhile, in that light, we had Bo Herbert write a tweet in regards to his return or release. It says that erstwhile abducted Fawn of Bambalang, an auxiliary of the colonizers, is out of captivity is no news. It says what is news is that Cameroon's terrorist regime is still torturing and detaining no pity's uncles, aunts, siblings, even an ex-girlfriend kidnapped since 2021. Well, there you have it. Now we'll move on to the recap of tonight.
All right, so let's take you through all of our major stories for the week. The Israel traded ARF's combat on the former valiant FM No Pity in the heydays of the Marine Forces of Bambalang Edward has been laid to rest in his final resting place, Tabenken, Nkambe local government area, Dongan Matun County. He was loyal to the ARFs until when his boss, No Pity, was bought over. There and then, he fell too apart and went as low as serving the enemy, La Republic II, Cameroon colonial occupier forces, in his new capacity as a go-between enabler and also a blackleg.
Well, a young man from Okyong Malfour village, Mamfe, southern Cameroon, whose name we got this week as Ndo Divine Ekin, killed on Monday, May 29, 2023, by La Republic to Cameroon forces. Residents of Maltu, Mamfe, had sent numerous complaints of attacks from the young man. The attacks forced them to flee from their homes. According to some residents of the area, the man had been attacking them at night, asking for support at gunpoint, while telling them he was an Amba fighter.
Well, the president of the Cameroon Bar Association, Barrister Mbarik, has condemned the arrest of the Cameroon movement activist and lawyer Fabian Ngene, and his cautioned authorities concerned about the consequences of such acts, which could be have on public order. Now, Barrister Kenne Fabian was arrested by elements of La Republic du Cameroon Military Security Service, CMIL, in front of Equinox TV building in Akwa, local government economic capital of Douala, on Monday, 29th of May, after participating in the Equinox SAR program. According to the Cameroon Bar president, the arrest of his colleague is an illegal and villainous act unworthy of a rule of law perpetrated against a citizen who happens to be a lawyer.
This week also we brought to you the lifeless body of a man who was found on his farm in Njong, a village in Santa local government area, Mezam County of Ambazonia. Silakwe Ignatius, age 47, was discovered about 6:30 a.m. on Tuesday, May 30th, 2023, his farm at Nifumbo quarter in Njong village a day after he went to the farm and never returned. Medical examination indicated that he was molested and stabbed to death. Sources say Ignatius had gone to take care of his tomato farm, an activity he was engaged in for a long time before the unfortunate incident.
Well, report we brought to you this week says the man sponsored Moja with bullets and also supplies him with his gang with bullets and knife is at edge draw with him. He appears to be the bridge between Moja and the Colonial La Republic du Cameroon ministers. The money is sent from the colonial minister through this particular man to Moja. This man collects the money and gives the money to Moja. Well, this report says it has been 3 months now since money was sent to him to give to Moja, but he never gave the money. So Moja threatened to kidnap his family members in exchange for the money.
We also brought to you the former SCNC chairman, Ambassador Henry Fossung, who has endorsed the interim government's Ikome Sako stand against the proposal that a referendum should be organized to decide the fate of the former British Southern Cameroons. Just like President Samuel Ikome Sako would say, Ambassador Fossung agrees that any proposals on how to resolve the Anglophone crisis and end the war should be done on the negotiation table and not the other way around.
Another major report we brought about the Ministry of Transport. We told you that the Colonial La Republic du Cameroon Ministry of Transport in a release outlined steps envisaged to fight against road accidents that are on the surge. To the dismay of right-thinking minds, the Colonial Ministry completely shielded away from the La Republic du Cameroon's government's responsibility to step up the poor road network and the number of death accidents so far. From the press release, the Colonial Ministry throws all blame for the different road accidents on road users, without even considering that it is the responsibility of the government to construct roads.
And on Thursday, we had a breaking news. We reported that the Fawn of Bambalang has been released in Bui. According to the reports from Amazonian Defense Chief, the Fawn of Bambalang was never under the custody of the genuine Amazonian Restoration Forces. They were under the forces of No PT, which we know is an integral part of the Unity Warriors.
Well, on the foreign scene on Wednesday, a Ukrainian artillery reportedly destroyed part of one of Russia's most advanced surface-to-air missile system in the Kherson region. Pictures of what looks to be the damaged 55K6E mobile command post confirmed that Ukrainian forces have targeted a Russian S-400 air defense system. The system was destroyed by a Ukrainian HIMARS, which was a strike during an attack on one of the warehouses in the Kherson in May.
While still on the foreign scene, that China and the BRICS alliance are moving to dominate global trade by ending reliance on the US dollar. In the last 2 decades, China's trading partners rose from a low of 25 to a high of 120 countries. Since 2020, China's largest trading partners are Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Pakistan, and Taiwan. The proximity of borders makes trading easy and settle transactions in a shorter period. Apart from Asian countries, China's leading partners in trade in Europe are Russia and Ukraine. In addition, China's presence in trade has also moved to Africa in places like Kenya and South Africa, also dominating the Latin American markets in countries like Brazil.
All right, thank you so much for being with us tonight on Undaunted. Well, coming up next is Defense Briefing.